They've taken all the component parts of Web 2, because they're from Facebook, they understand it, and have rebuilt them all as different protocols on top of the SUI layer. It's infinitely scalable. It just needs more compute hardware. So it's infinitely scalable. So TPS is not an issue. So none of the restraints of normal blockchains are an issue. It's also got a new language that uses something called object-based programming, of which you can do a lot more within it that's not possible now. So it's the flexibility, the new programming language, the speed, and then the full stack that they're building, that really what they're trying to do is go for the, let's say gaming is one, financial markets and other stuff, sure, but really it's that it's the Web 2 infrastructure layer, the whole thing, that they have the capability to go after.
The post-election rally has brought new optimism to the cryptocurrency sector, fueled by Trump's pro-crypto stance and supportive policies from the Federal Reserve. Investors are expecting regulatory relief, which has allowed top altcoins like Ethereum, SUI, and Solana to make significant gains. Analysts are predicting the next phase of the banana zone, where rapid growth in key tokens could propel the cryptocurrency market toward a $10 trillion market cap by 2026. With so much at stake, the coming months could shape the future of the crypto space. According to Raoul Pal, SUI can become even much bigger than Solana. Before we move forward, if you want to stay updated with the latest crypto events and news, you can subscribe to our channel and like this video. Now, let's get back to Raoul Pal's view on Solana and the overall crypto market.
I think within 10 years, if I just follow the log regression channel of market cap, or use a Bitcoin version and impute something out of it, I get to 100 trillion by 2034. Now that makes sense because all other assets are 100, 200, 300 trillion. A lot of assets are going on to this. There's going to be a lot of activity. I don't think that's wildly wrong. That kind of suggests we're only 3% there. Because it's 3 trillion today. I think it's worth $1 million. It's worth 700 ounces of gold at the time. That was 2013. Okay, and I said, I'm going to discount myself by 90% to call for $1 million Bitcoin when it's 200. So I'm going to say 100 grand. So we hit my original target from 11 years ago. And I still think we'll hit the other target. Now, 700 ounces of gold is now $2 and a bit million. So I do think somewhere, and that was a bad math calculation, random numbers based on stock to flow, but it kind of feels about right. But the biggest trade of all time, the biggest macro opportunity ever given, was crypto. I identified that back in 2013. Now, stupidly, I didn't take full advantage of it. I should have done, but I have done since, as I've realized it's a supermassive black hole. What's super fascinating about this is that many of my macro friends, people who grew up trading dollar yen and bonds and stuff like that, credit, have all moved across to crypto because they too see this as the biggest opportunity of all time.
Raoul Pal made some exciting predictions for altcoin fans, saying that the long-awaited altcoin season has finally arrived. Paul believes that Ethereum will outperform Bitcoin in the current market cycle, thanks to better regulation, increased usage in DeFi, and increased adoption by traditional finance. While a $20,000 price target for Ethereum may seem bold, Paul sees Ethereum as the main player in the upcoming altcoin season. With its ongoing network upgrades and expanding DeFi ecosystem, Ethereum is primed for massive growth. Solana has been quietly gaining traction, and Paul expects it to take off in the next phase of the market. With high on-chain activity and a solid ecosystem, Solana even recently outperformed Bitcoin. Paul notes that Solana is on the verge of a major breakout and predicts that it will soon break out of its wedge pattern and soar during altcoin season. Solana is definitely one to keep an eye on. SUI is another altcoin that Paul is particularly excited about. He sees huge potential in SUI and compares it to Solana before its rapid rise. With limited supply and high demand, SUI is primed to attract attention during the upcoming bull market. Paul calls it the chosen one of this cycle, and its unique traits could drive its value to new heights. While Paul is primarily focused on Ethereum, Solana, and SUI, he hasn't forgotten about the world of cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies like Dogecoin could see another surge fueled by community hype and enthusiasm. Paul suggests keeping a small portion of your portfolio in these high-risk, high-reward assets if you're feeling adventurous. With active institutional participation, the development of Bitcoin ETFs, and improving regulatory clarity, Paul believes the cryptocurrency market is primed for a transformative bull run. He encouraged newcomers to join now because waiting too long could mean missing out on substantial gains. The SUI Layer 1 blockchain network has been revealed as the latest addition to Phantom, a Solana native wallet with over 7 million monthly active users. Phantom has chosen the SUI protocol as the latest integration to scale unified cryptocurrency storage and trading on Web3. Jamil Khalfan, global ecosystem leader at the SUI Foundation, congratulated the team on gaining support for Phantom Wallet and said the integration will provide the SUI community with highly requested features. Phantom CEO Brandon Millman echoed Khalfan's enthusiasm, highlighting SUI's progress and its alignment with Phantom's vision for blockchain staking. Phantom recently listed Coinbase's L2 Base network on its wallet. Users can now store assets using Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Base. The Web3 startup also bought Blowfish to improve the security systems of its wallet. The acquisition of Blowfish was revealed shortly after an update issued for iOS users removed access for some users. Phantom's popularity has grown alongside Solana's rise, with the wallet recording a total of 560 million on-chain transactions to date. Users have used Phantom to store cryptocurrencies, trade assets, purchase non-fungible tokens, and stake digital currencies. Paul predicts a seismic shift in the global economy and financial markets driven by accelerated technological change and a new political landscape. Paul laid out a transformative vision for the global economy and called the next few years a transition to an economic singularity. He described this period as one in which accelerating technological innovation in artificial intelligence, robotics, and blockchain fundamentally reshaped global economic markets and systems. Paul attributes this acceleration to the political rise of technologists and accelerationists following the U.S. election, pointing to influential figures such as Elon Musk and pro-cryptocurrency organizations as the driving forces. He noted that technologists have taken over the White House, signaling a government shift towards prioritizing innovation. Paul remains steadfast in his optimism about the cryptocurrency market and predicts an explosion in valuation from $3 trillion to $100 trillion over the next decade. He emphasized that blockchain is the backbone of the digital age, enabling digital scarcity and efficient global transactions, which he sees as essential for future financial systems. Cryptocurrencies are the architecture of the digital age, he said, highlighting blockchain's central role in transforming the way value is exchanged and stored. Paul pointed to a generational shift in market psychology, with retail investors normalizing speculation in response to unaffordable housing and limited opportunities for traditional wealth creation. Millennials and younger investors are becoming more comfortable with risky speculative assets like cryptocurrencies. He advises investors to take advantage of current market conditions, stating it's a race to buy as much as possible, as soon as possible.